everyone, today I'm showing you how to knit a sleek double-layered hairband using tubular ribbing. It's a quick, easy project and the perfect way to bust through your scrap yarn. Grab your needles, pick out those leftover bits of yarn and let's get started. For this hairband I'm using Drops Air in the color 33, in case you were wondering, and 50 grams equals 150 meters or 164 yards. It's alpaca, polyamide and wool. You need half of the skin approximately, and if you have something in your scrap yarn stash you can use that. We'll need needles number 5, also tapestry needle, scissors and measuring tape. Let's get started. I'm using a long tail cast on, holding a thread like so. I have a tutorial for more details. I'll link it down below if you don't know how to cast on. I'm casting on 34 stitches for this headband and tighten knot. I have a quite long tail left and it's fine. I'll use it in the end to seam the ends together. If you have a short tail left, don't worry, you still can use the yarn from after we finish from the skein, so no worries about that. So either way is fine. And now we're starting to knit tubular rib. First stitch is slip. Every time you'll be knitting a flat, first stitch is slip and the last stitch is always purl. That create nice edges, and after we slip the first stitch then we knit one, just a regular knit stitch. Use any one you like. I'm using Continental knitting, by the way. If you're curious about it, I have a tutorials how to knit and purl Continental style. You can watch it, link down below. Next we knitted one. Next we slip the stitch and yarn in front of work. It's very important. It's creates some sort of a purl stitch this way, fake purl stitch, and then again we knit one and slip one yarn in front of work and repeat. Knit one, then yarn in front of work and we slip stitch. Repeat to the end of the row, and I have 3 stitches left, and I did the yarn in front of work slip stitch, then I knit one, then again yarn in front of work and slip stitch, and the last stitch is always purl stitch. It's a little bit tricky to make it with this yarn in front of work. Second row, first stitch slip, then we have some interesting stitches here. One is just unknitted stitch like this one, and second one looks like a purl stitch. So this stitch we slipped before, and now we knit it. And this one that looks like purl stitch, we now we slip it and yarn in front of work and repeat. Here it looks like some sort of knit stitch, but this was a slip stitch and we knit it. Just make sure when you knit it you are grabbing the right side so it won't be crossed like this. That's important. then again we slip it. Next stitch that looks like purl stitch, we slip it and yarn in front of work. Then this unknitted stitch, we'll be knitting it. Make sure that it's not crossed. And then again somewhat a purl stitch, I slip it and yarn in front of work. Slip stitch, I'm using this right side of the loop, make sure that it's not crossed. After a while you will see clearly how the pattern goes, so it's just the first couple rows, and then you will be able easily understand what's going on here. I have 3 stitches left, and again this looks like knits, and this looks like a purl stitch, so I need this one. That was our slip stitch previously, and then I do the yarn in front of work and slip it, and the last stitch always a purl stitch. That's how it looks so far. Then we just carry on knitting as established, repeating these 2 rows, approximately 45 centimeters. I knitted 45 centimeters. Keep in mind that this fabric is very stretchy, like you see, it's super stretchy, and also if you do this it would shorten, so this hairband is very forgiving. And as we did our tubular knitting, you see what we created here. It's like this double fabric that very tightly knitted together, so it's like a substitution of circular knitting in a way. This one is tubular knitting, and it's goes much faster. Now we are ready to bind off. I'm using pretty much classic bind off here because it doesn't really matter which method we use. These ends, they will be hidden inside, so no one will see how pretty they are. To bind off, the first stitch I slip on the working needle, then here is I have a knit stitch, so I'll knit it, and then I slip it through the first stitch that we simply slipped, and then we have this purl. You have a choice. You can either just do as we did previously, slip one and yarn in front of work, and then slip it like this and carry on, or you can use the classic way and just pull it and slip it through. So choose the one that is more comfortable for you. I would recommend you to stick to one you chose without changing much, and then just carry on to the end of the row. And I have just a few stitches left. And the last one is purl. Okay, so I pull it a little bit. Here, before we cut the thread, I want to explain something. As I mentioned in the beginning, I left a quite long thread here, so I will use it to seam my pieces, ends together. And you need approximately 3 times the length, 2 and 3 as a rule of thumb. If your tail is not that long, now it's time to pull the tail as long as you need to, and then cut it. Just make sure that that's connected to the yarn. And so I don't need a long tail, I just leave a little bit of yarn, cut. Perfect. You need to pick up which side do you prefer more, which one looks nicer to you, if you have any preference. And then if you found the one preferable side, just put it like this. This is the side that everyone will see, so it will right now stay inside like this. So we need to hide this tail inside, and it's very simple. You can either use a tapestry needle as I am using, or you just can work with a hook. Either way is fine. I have tutorials for both of them, so for the just simply can even put it inside of my work because it's like hollow. So just make sure that your needle is not on any side like this. You see, mine is inside of the work, and just simply pull it through. If you have any excess of yarn, just trim it. And we take our headband like this, and basically we are forming this V shape and put one into another. Like so. Make sure that everything is nicely aligned, because it would be easier if you prepared your thread already with a needle. So now I need to seam everything the way that you see I'm picking up here above my bind off braids, and I inserting it right here under, and going exactly the same way, just under the braid of bind off, and make sure that you, when you seaming, you pick up all the 4 parts. I don't know, something sticking out here, and just seam it the way you prefer. It doesn't really matter if it's very nicely seamed, because this would be inside, and the main goal is to seam through all 4 all the time, so you won't lose them, and close and tight to every stitch. That's the most important here. Done. Turning around. Try it on. See if you like the fit, and then the wave in thread, wash and block, and it's ready to go. I hope you enjoyed knitting this headband with me. If so, if you knitted one using my tutorial, I will be thrilled to see your results. Please tag me on Instagram, subscribe for more tutorials like this, and see you in my next one. Bye!